Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thanks, Bart. Oh, you're welcome. I'm Bart Winkler. Tim Shea's here. So on YouTube, this is the Tuesday, December 6th edition of the Bart Winkler Show, but the second half. All right. So your boy did 30 minutes going through some voicemails and everything and playing some different videos and giving my thoughts on the, that's what I thought I'd do on the podcast from time to time. Give my thoughts on the sports world, Tim.
Intriguing. I can't wait.
Yeah. So you'll be able to hear that part. I believe I started talking about Happy Place Hemp and I did get distracted. I don't know what happened. I don't think I ever said happyplacehemp.com or the promo code is Bart for 25% off. I was talking about how they probably weren't able to take any in Qatar or do anything in Qatar.
Yeah. They'd be jailed for years if they brought that over. So,
So happyplacehemp.com, legal here. I just did not say happyplacehemp.com. The promo code is Bart. Plenty to talk about. I'm glad that we're on this one. At first, it's like, Bucks magic. What are you going to say? But there's a lot to talk about. The Bucks win 109-102. They did not play Brooke Lopez on rest. Marjan sick. Wes Matthews out, Grayson out. This team, as it was tonight, I mean, not having Brooke Lopez would be a monster problem for them, even with Bobby Portis. But this team tonight is even good, even without Grayson or Marjan or Wes Matthews or Brooke. This team is. We're witnessing the deepest Bucks team we've ever seen.
Bobby got hurt towards the end of the game. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. They had to take him out the last couple minutes, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, this is I'm starting to think that this team is better than the championship team from 2 years ago.
Well, they might have. Keegan says he came back in later.
All right,
there you go, hey, Keegan.
Okay.
Hey, good job. Tim Shea gets a box on the show, and I got to rely on Keegan for the real info.
I didn't see him come back in, so I must have missed it. It was literally towards like the last 4 minutes of the game. So,
and I didn't chime in because that might have been when I turned on the NFL game.
Oh,
which is approaching halftime.
Who's winning?
Saints 7-3 right now against the Buccaneers. How do we like that? Tom Brady basically getting a free pass to the playoffs because that division's so bad.
I'm not convinced that they're going to make it, but
I mean, it ain't going to be the Saints or Atlanta or Carolina.
Yeah.
Anyway, who cares?
Yeah.
Matt in the Falls says, "What's new?" Matt, if you want to jump in, I did something that I need to talk to you about in person.
Uh-oh. Something bad?
It's just something that I said that I feel bad about, but it needed to be said.
Oh, okay.
And
I will wait till he joins. I will wait till he joins to hear the story.
Instead of, I need to StreamYard link. I can get you. You don't have it. Yeah, but what I like about this game is that, again, they're very deep. You got to see that. You got to see big minutes out of Mamu. You got to see big minutes out of AJ Green. And there's a lot like that I can talk about. And there's some things regarding the world about Giannis that I need to complain about, not him. There's some Anthony Davis stuff I want to complain about in a little bit. But regarding the Bucks themselves, I don't have too many complaints about what's going on with this team. All I'm asking is everybody, stay healthy.
Is this team better than the championship team? Obviously, they're more deep.
Well, yeah, right? that they have more guys that can play.
Yeah.
I mean, Diakite wasn't playing. Jordan Wara at the time wasn't playing. You started Wara tonight. You got AJ Green. You got Mamu. I'll get that all off my chest. I gotta talk to Matt in the Falls here in a second. Matt.
I'm worried. I'm scared.
No, it's fine. I felt bad. So this YouTube is the second half of the podcast. Okay.
What did you disparage me?
I played your voicemail and you said, "Hey Bart, it's me." And you gotta cut that. Can't be doing it's me.
I used to do that to Tim when I called into the show all the time. Bart Winkler Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, Tim, it's me.
Yeah, I said, Matt, you've bought me this nice stuff. You've been a great supporter. I said, don't text me about this. Just stop doing it.
About what?
Saying that it's me.
Okay.
All right. Well, then that's it. Okay. I was really worried about that.
Why were you worried?
I don't know that you'd be like, Bart, fuck you.
No, well, you already know it's me because the voicemail says it's me.
Yeah. So why are you saying it's me?
Because I just said it's Matt in the Falls to the lady who says, what's your name? So you already know. So I assume that it says like, here is a message from Matt in the Falls.
It
so
doesn't.
Then after that, I would say, hey, it's me. I wouldn't say, hey, Bart, it's Matt in the Falls.
I'm just skeeved out from a Seinfeld episode from 100 years ago where someone said it's me and they weren't like on the it's me level.
Nope.
Well, that's all I had. I mean, that was my big thing.
Okay, well, Bucks won. Bucks look good.
You kind of like people mention. I think Matt in the Falls gets mentioned every day on this show.
Well, I had the big proclamation about the Packers, and
you called John Kuhn, and he got really pissed at you.
Yep. He was right. Rodgers did play, but
who told you that? Who told you he wasn't going to play? What are you
win some, you lose some. You can't win them all, etc.
Well, you got any Bucks takes?
Middleton was 1 for 11, not the greatest.
I mean, he's been hurt.
I mean, I think we should trade him just off of that.
Hey, Cole Anthony was 0 for 9.
Yeah, no, it was an all right game. I mean, the Magic are not very good. Markelle Fultz has an amazing hairdo.
Yeah, but
not quite Elfrid Payton level as far as the Magic go. Do you remember Elfrid Payton's old hairdo?
I do.
Like came out in front.
Where did he go? Did he go to Phoenix for like a day?
I think he went Phoenix or Portland, out west somewhere where you never see him, and he plays at 9:30 every night.
Yeah, where is he?
He might not be in the league. Are you looking?
I am looking. He is. He's out of the league.
That's a shame. I used to like seeing that hair flop around.
Yeah. So. Speaking of old sitcoms, our condolences to Kirstie Alley, who passed away tonight.
What?
I just saw that. Saw that.
71. Brief battle with cancer.
Rest in power.
Yep.
That's what we're saying nowadays, I guess.
Yeah, things change.
Yep.
All right. Well, anything else for me? Otherwise, I feel like I really, you'll hear it in the podcast. You'll hear like my nervous energy trying to even bring it up.
It's no, Bart. No, it's fine.
Okay.
I say it like it's tongue in cheek. It's not like.
Well, now I think this reaction's almost too calm. That now I think it's just.
No, I'm just. It's fine.
Okay.
I guess I'll hear it on the podcast, and then I'll have a reaction to the podcast.
Right. Okay. All right.
So, hey.
Okay.
See you later.
Thanks.
It's been great. It's been great. I hope you sleep well tonight. Now that you've got that horrible news off your chest.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. I still don't know how to exit StreamYard, so give me a second. Oh, there it is. See you later.
All right. See ya. Matt in the Falls.
Okay then.
I don't know.
Yeah, he would always do that when he called. He'd be like, "Hey, it's me," and I'd be
Isn't
like,
it weird to call and say, "Hey, it's me"? Am I wrong?
I'd be like,
"Did I overreact?"
I always said, "Who's me?"
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another guy says, "What's the StreamYard link?" Yeah, I threw the StreamYard link up. Here it is again. It's kind of confusing, but I don't know how to change that yet. There's still a lot that I'm trying to figure out how to do about all this kind of stuff. I talked to Rami about doing a post-game show after a Kings Bucks. Yeah. And I'll do one, but I wanted to have him on. And then he said, I'm doing one. And then he said, can we cross the streams? And then I said, I don't know how to do that. And Maybe I'll figure it
That's-
out. Maybe
That's Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
I will be
Anyway,
at that.
oh, okay. Okay. Oh, fork?
Fork? Well, I don't know if I can bring my fork into the arena.
Fork's in
You
the
know,
arena.
The metal detector and all that. So
Tim's not aware of this. I have Bucks things to say. Tim's not aware of this. We took second place in a contest.
we did?
We got we're the Bart Winkler Show is part of the Blue Wire Network.
Okay.
And we got honorable mention for shout out of the month in the category relating to listeners for when you interviewed people with a fork outside of Fiserv Forum.
Well, I'll be.
Now, first place got a cash prize, which we did not get. And had we, you would never know about it. I would have never told you.
Smart move.
And second place doesn't get a cash prize either.
Oh,
So,
all right.
so you go out in the bitter cold, Bart profits.
There you go. That's what I'm here for.
All right, let me talk about this from a Bucks Magic perspective. I love the rotation. I love the splitting up of minutes. This is all I want to see. This is literally the only thing I want outside of health and the 1 seed and to beat the Celtics and Sixers every time they play and the Raptors and the Bulls.
And the Heat.
But outside of those things, I want to see these guys get looks. Water started tonight. Okay. 19 minutes, 6 points. Mamu got a few minutes in the first half. Zora interviewed him at halftime, and he was like so giddy that he was being interviewed. He's like, I can't believe this. I love this so much. And then Mamu had a big 3 late in the game. The game was closer than probably we thought it would be. But even when they were up, they were up 4 at the end. It felt like they weren't going to lose. They weren't going to lose this game.
No.
109, 102. Bucks beat the Magic. You knew they weren't going to lose the game. Wagner brothers, pretty much the only offense for the Magic in the second half, and especially the fourth quarter. And I saw somebody say that good thing that Mo Wagner's on this team because this probably would have been a trap game, but the Bucks hate him so much that they tried super hard.
I hate him. I remember when he was at Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
One of those players that you just hate.
Yeah, you love to hate him, Tib. You love to hate him.
Mm-hmm.
But so then we got to see Mamu, and we got to see him have a big bucket in a big moment. And that builds confidence not only in Mamu, but in Bud to actually use this guy. So that's what I want to see. I don't need to see Mamu have 30 minutes a game in the playoffs, but I need to know that Bud knows he's available. Because like last year with Javon Carter, it's like he didn't even know he's available. A few years ago with Tony Snell, it's like he didn't even know he was available. I don't even need these guys to get in. I just need acknowledgement from Bud that he knows they're available. That's all I need. So I like that. AJ Green, I'm having a hard time getting hype on AJ Green. He had 10 minutes, 12 points, his career high.
Career high.
Because the Bucks always have a guy in his spot that ends up going away, or they end up changing, or they end up not like they're like, oh, well, it's buyout season. Well, who are you gonna pick up? We don't know yet, but maybe DeMarcus Cousins, and then we'll cut him later. They always like to have an empty roster spot just in case. And so I think AJ Green's kind of in that role right now. So I don't know how excited to get about him, but he came in and he, this is what I want to see. And you can't see that if they don't get opportunities. So credit to Bud for not, he had a few guys out tonight, but credit to him for not going 30 minutes with George Hill. Credit to him for not going 30 minutes with Pat Connaughton. We like those guys. We know what they do. Let's see what these other guys do. That's why Javon Carter's been such a revelation this year. So from that standpoint, I'm very happy about the Bucks. And there are little complaints to be had with the Bucks at this current juncture for ya boy. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. It's, those guys are going to come in handy down the stretch. If they're still with the team, obviously they're gonna make moves. They're gonna make a move, you would think.
And maybe they don't even use them, but just know that they're there.
Know that they're there and know that they can actually play.
Like
right?
when you have City Guys or Hang Time, or I'm trying to think of a sitcom about a basketball team or a movie about a basketball team. There's like the 7 main characters, and then the other 8 guys are irrelevant. You never hear from any of them. And the coach, so I don't want those guys to be that. I want Bud to look down and say, oh, that's AJ Green. He did this and can do this. Oh, that's Mamu. I remember the big 3 he had against the Magic, instead of looking down and seeing like Lego faces or blank faces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's where I'm. That's
where you are with the Bucks right now. I just can't wait. I'm itching for that game on the 25th. Like that's when I'll really get into it. Like I'll sit down, I'll watch all 48 minutes of it
on Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who they play on Christmas.
I know. I'm just saying.
Who is it? Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So that's the game I'm like really.
I forgot.
Waiting for.
Sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. And it's it's in the primetime slot too, 4:00.
Oh, primetime starts at 7.
Well, okay, like the prime game, I guess.
Well,
at least from years past, other Christmases past. So
Red Baron says Giannis was a force tonight. Absolutely, he was. Giannis 34 points, 13 boards, 5 assists. He had many plays where he just it's still unless the Magic just aren't trying. But how Giannis can just take the basketball, bob and weave through and score like a dunk or get to the rim. Even you got 4 guys there and they're still letting him get to the rim. Now here's the complaint to bring in Anthony Davis up on the topic, because Anthony Davis has had a couple of big nights, and the Lakers behind Anthony Davis just beat Giannis the other night, and the Bucks on Friday. And then what do you have, 55 or something? Shannon Sharp was saying something about how he's the MVP. First of all, the Giannis AD thing is dead and it's been dead for a long time. Yeah, how are we having this in the year of our Lord 2022? It's ridiculous. Second of all, if I could change one thing about the NBA and the surrounding culture of the NBA, I would say you cannot talk about the MVP until March. No one can talk about it. In this league, they get so crazy over the MVP. It's like the only thing that fuels these debate shows, which have a very large impact in the sports world. We can say we don't watch First Take, and we can say we don't watch Undisputed, but people do. I saw a tweet. I just referenced it. Then that gets into the discourse, and then it spreads like wildfire. Other radio stations and other sports stations, you say, oh, man, is AD going to do this? I saw Stephen A. Smith saying, so they have a massive impact. They are content. Did you see, by the way, Ryan Clark on First Take said that Patrick Mahomes has Joe Burrow, and Michael Jordan never had a Joe Burrow to contend with. That's why Michael's the GOAT, is because we bring him up in irrelevant conversations 30 years later. Anyway, all this AD talk is so stupid. JM says AD is one good game against Giannis and the narrative changes. Yes, the NBA and the narrative, it's just crazy to me how we talk MVP all the time. It gets more attention than anything else. In the NFL, we're talking about these different guys, and yeah, was that a Burrow MVP? Yeah, he's probably top 5 MVP. Oh, pretty cool. But then we're right back onto, well, what do the Bengals need? Where are the Chiefs going to be? We're talking about the teams, even though the quarterback is a massive position. You know, the quarterback is, you can argue, is like more of a front-facing guy than any of the 5 guys on a basketball court, even though there's less of them. But in the NBA, it's always, well, MVP this, MVP that. Oh, Jalen had 35 and then 40 the next night, MVP. And why are we so MVP driven all the time? It's very annoying.
They just need something to talk about, Bart. That's all.
And I think that we're going to pick off that low-hanging fruit tree. As Black 59 Razor says, the Bucks are overrated. Knicks would sweep them in the playoffs.
Huh?
Well, the thing about that, Black 59 Razor.
Oh, dear.
your Knicks need to be in the playoffs. I know that that's a troll comment, but
yeah, that's. I mean, oh, okay. Well, good for him.
Ryan says Middleton will always be the demise of the Bucks. He's a turnover machine and forces bad shots, especially in crunch time. This poor guy, Chris Middleton, who never asked to be in Milwaukee, was the thrown in a deal, fought with Giannis for playing time, became the 1B to his 1A, was so clutch when Giannis went down, has been tremendous, is going to be a top 3 Buck of all time, will have his number retired, and will be a Hall of Famer. And we watch him come back, and the Bucks win a game, and people still want to criticize Chris Middleton. Plus, we're in the middle of 12 Days of Christmas, where he goes and gives a bunch of people toys and money all throughout the city, and nobody ever asked him to do that, and it still does not get enough attention because now we take it for granted. I should not be seeing 15,000 tweets about Candy Cane Lane, which also is a good cause, Mac Fun, when I don't see any tweets about 12 Days of Christmas. I'm going to balance it out a little bit.
Maybe we should talk about it every day then.
You wanna take a drive on Candy Cane Lane?
You and me, we can yeah.
Pop some D9s and take a drive on Candy Cane Lane.
Couple blocks, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I'd do that.
We could sing some Christmas songs together too.
T-Frog Gaming Roblox.
Whoa.
Says if I started a timer and said name every NFL, NBA, and MLB team, the Magic or the Kings would have to be the last ones I think of. Yeah, I talked about this earlier this summer. The Kings, I feel, are the most irrelevant franchise in sports over the last 30 years.
Well, that's because they haven't gone
Nothing
to the
happened.
playoffs.
You never think of them.
Right.
And they're purple, and no purple teams are ever good.
And the only reason why we thought of them is because of Rami. So,
yeah.
Purple. I mean, gosh, I remember. That should have been. Yeah, go ahead.
Jerry says no one doubts AD's talent. His issue is he has the heart of the Tin Man and is as fragile as Bart is about soccer takes.
Wow.
Tomorrow I'll be talking with Toby about the tie between the Commanders and the Giants and how in the NFL ties, everyone justifies it. But in soccer, in a round-robin format, everyone thinks that it's the worst thing that's ever happened. And we're going to wake up and be tomorrow because the world game has infiltrated us.
I think it's stupid. The ties in the NFL are stupid. It's the worst thing possible, and I've seen 2 of them.
Q says the media doesn't like Giannis because he was such a surprise. He is self-made and no one called it. AD has been hyped since middle school. Q, I think that there's something to that. The media is acting about Giannis the same way that everyone acts with bands in high school, where if you didn't discover them, you don't like them. I was that way with I don't remember. Corey's in Manitowoc. What's up, Corey?
Bart, this is emergency time. I know this is Bucks post game. Great win. Watched the whole game. Giannis looked a little frustrated with
something happened.
Huh?
What's the emergency?
I have to call out Spark Guy. I got it. He cannot get away with this. We're in the same boat as the Bears. Are you kidding me? You know, Matt in the Falls, Tony in Texas, they had their feud. I know I'm a relatively new caller. I've only called a few times. But if I got to be the guy that steps in on this one, I will. The same realm, Bart. Come on. He said after 96, but since 96, 2 Super Bowls, we beat them to go to the Super Bowl. Don't ever tell us that we're in the same realm. Bears fans are miserable. They just don't want to admit it.
Wow, Corey. All right. Corey.
I couldn't take that. He got off scot-free with that yesterday. He just threw that in there trying to make
said the Bears and Packers are the same. See, I hope people can sympathize with me here for a second, because Corey saw something that somebody said go unchecked, and you felt like you had to do something about it, right?
Yep.
That's how I feel when I see people in the media be so terrible.
I got you.
I think your
Kim Shea,
feedback's
what do you think?
Corey,
I
your
like
the
it.
feedback's. I gotta let you go, Corey. The
Oh,
feedback's nuts.
I can hardly hear you. I'm going to let you go. I just had to get that in there. Talk soon.
All right, see ya. All right, so Corey versus Spark Guy.
I like it. I
How about
like
that?
it.
How about that? And he could have sent a voicemail on the Carl's Place voicemail line. He could have done that, but instead he says, I'm going to wait till they go live on YouTube.
Nice.
JM responds about Middleton. If winning a championship and contending the last 4 years overrated, I'll take it. Keegan reminds us Chris Middleton literally carried them through the Hawks series.
Yep.
12 Days of Christmas. Yeah, look it up. I know, like, he goes to Kohl's and stuff all the time, or buys whoever's there, he buys stuff for.
Yep. I've seen it.
Here, let me read the press release. Chris Middleton kicked off 12 Days of Christmas.
Hear your free games with Prime in December 20.
Fucking website. Middleton, in partnership with United Healthcare and with the help of a $20,000 donation, purchased hundreds of coats, hats, scarves, and gloves for students at Lancaster Elementary in Milwaukee. So that was the first day. So then he does something every day. So the first day was coats and gloves and stuff for kids at a middle school in Milwaukee. And then he just continues. He does it every day. Chris Middleton is so one thing that I try to, like, in terms of history, because there's been a lot that has gone on, let's say in the last 6 years, politically, in the world, the COVID. I try to think to myself, how would I explain, like, the way that I'm acting, the way that I view the world? How do I explain it in 30 years when somebody sees it how I would see it? Like, you look back now and be like, how were they in that war? Or why were things like that at the time? How did women not get the chance to vote? Like, how was that thinking at the time? So yes, I'm comparing suffrage to Chris Middleton. So there's going to be people 30 years from now that say, Grandpa, how did you feel about Chris Middleton? And he'll say, I never liked him, son. And they'll be like, but he was like the third best buck of all time. And you'll be like, I know, but I had an extra grind for some reason because he got paid a lot of money and I didn't understand why. Well, could they have used that money on other free agents? No, not with the bird rights, but I still didn't like it because he got a lot of money before a lot of people got money. Yeah, I'm looking, Grandpa. Chris Middleton signed a 4-year, $40 million deal around the same time that this guy Timothy Mozgov signed for 3 years and $73 million. That makes no sense. Well, it was different then, Sonny. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't understand the Chris Middleton hate. And I hear it all the time. And it's annoying.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Especially after they did the thing that you never thought he would do.
Exactly.
And the contributions he did to get there.
It's
not like they won a title in spite of him. They wouldn't have won a title without him.
Without him. He hit like 3 of the final shots.
Yeah.
In the game.
This guy gets so much criticism, even though he's given you a championship and you demand perfection for you. What are you? Me talking about Rodgers?
Just imagine how much hate he's going to get when they win a second championship.
Yeah. Jeffrey says the Kings are the Brewers of the NBA.
Yeah, they probably are.
No.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess the Brewers did come close and have made the playoffs.
The Brewers are more like the Wizards.
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah, because they're mediocre. They have a couple of,
I was going to say
they had Beal and
I was going to say Pacers.
Yeah, Pacers is a good one. I was just thinking Wizards because both of us have had legends that have come back to end their careers. Wizards, Michael Jordan, Brewers, Stan Ross. Pacers, you think?
Pacers, yeah.
Pacers a
You
pretty
know-
good one.
The Pacers were really close to winning or making it to the NBA championship, and they always
I like the Pacers.
They've lost to the Knicks or lost to. They did make it once, didn't they? Did they or no?
The Pacers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did they make it and lose to the Lakers or no? Am I dreaming that? I'm probably dreaming that. I don't know, but Tampa Bay just fumbled the ball again.
Who was it?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
2000. You're right. They lost to the Lakers.
Okay.
They lost to the Lakers. Larry Bird was the coach.
Okay.
Let's see. Black 59 Razor says Paul McKeskey would dunk all over Giannis. Matt in the Falls says Paul McKeskey dunked all over your mom last night. Bodie says, look what happened in the playoffs without Middleton. Enough said.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry says Brewers are the Lions. Well, now we're going to do the football one.
Yeah, the Brewers could be the Lions. I like that. Yeah. The Brewers are the...
Tell you what, let's tweet that out for a 4-pack of Summerfest tickets. The Brewers are like what NFL team? Use the hashtag Bart Tickets at 1250 amthefan.com.
I have to go buy 4 Summerfest tickets.
Yeah, are they on sale now?
State Fair is. Brewers are the Falcons.
Paul says the Cowboys.
No. What?
Paul, the whole world cares about the Cowboys. Nobody outside of the 5-county area cares about the Brewers. By the way, Cowboys over Bills Super Bowl, whatever it is this year. Put that.
I think this is the Cowboys' year to get there. If there's a year,
Yeah.
you're welcome,
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Lock it in. Well, that's really all I have on the Bucks tonight.
Hey, I'm going to fill out an application for the Bart Winkler Show to go to Radio Row this year. All right, so get your bags packed.
I probably have a better chance of going to Radio Row through this than through the station. Oh, Brewers are the Chargers? That's a good one.
I like that one.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Radio
We should have
Row.
gone. We should have gone to the winter meetings.
Yeah, I talked about this a little bit earlier. I didn't realize they were happening.
I forgot. I mean, I guess
what
they
the
didn't
NBA
have,
does so well is when it's the free agency period, everybody knows it. But then the MLB, it's like, oh, by the way, we know that everything's going on, but Jacob deGrom's a Ranger now.
Well, they
And then
didn't
you're like,
have him. They didn't have him for a couple of years because of COVID, and then last year they didn't have it because of the lockout.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'll only stick around if we hear from Tony in Texas.
Oh, I thought you were going to say cone in a bag.
Tony in Texas?
Hey,
All
guys,
right.
I'm at a Chick-fil-A right now.
Where?
I'm in Arlington in a Chick-fil-A.
Did you already eat?
No, I'm about to get my food.
Oh, you should interview. You should interview the person that delivers your food.
Uh-oh. What do you want? Got any questions?
Show us around. That's a pretty fancy Chick-fil-A.
It's here. I got some nice little interior decorations. Yeah. So,
Wow.
hey, Bart, don't ever compare Packer football to sex or beating the Bears.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
No, I loved your analysis, but that one, not hit. I was trying to drive. I was, eating my breakfast in the morning, and I heard that one.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up. I don't like bringing up sex.
I understand that. Your Packer analysis was great, but just I thought that was a miss.
Your boy Bodie says the tastiest thing in that Chick-fil-A is you.
Tony from Texas?
Yeah. Is anybody else there?
Yeah, you got a handful of families up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what brings you to a Chick-fil-A by yourself in Arlington at 9 p.m.?
I'm hungry.
To sit down. Like, how are you not drive-throughing this?
Because I wanted to get on your show.
Look, that's dedication. He goes inside to talk to you.
Hey, this is Bart Winkler in the Bart Winkler podcast. Say hi to him.
Hi.
Hi there.
What's your name, buddy?
Jared.
Jared, come on over here. Jared. All right. Jared, how long you been here?
For like a couple hours.
Okay. There's Jared, guys.
This is first shift?
I pissed Jared off. But he's got to work
He
out.
doesn't know what is happening. Tim, that might have topped you talking to drunk bartender.
Will that get you first place?
Oh, that could. I feel dirty. We're not sponsored by Wendy's here, but I feel dirty having all this Chick-fil-A.
All right, nothing on camera. All right, Bucks won. Boring game. What happened?
No, Mamu got a lot of good minutes. AJ Green got a lot of good minutes. Giannis was dominant. Chris had a bad shooting night, so everybody's out, ripping on him.
Everybody wants Chris traded, Tony.
Though the Wagner
What
brothers
about Ram?
tried to keep things. Ram, why doesn't he come on here?
He's great on Twitter, Bart. You got to get him in.
People want to know what you ordered, Tony.
Oh, I got a club sandwich. And some fries. So that was it.
Okay.
I
All
usually
right.
go with the nuggets or the tenders, but went a little bit healthy with the grilled chicken. So
The first time I ever went to
All
a
right.
Chick-fil-A, like 30 different people gave me my food. Does that still happen? You just had that one guy. But they're like, here's your fries, sir. And then right behind somebody, it was like a line. Here's your salt and pepper if you want it, sir. Here's
did
your
you
drink,
guys ever
sir.
work fast food before? Have you ever worked fast food? My pleasure, Bart. Have you ever worked fast food?
I've worked in a restaurant, but not fast food.
Same.
It's brutal. It is brutal. Never coat hops.
Nah, hey, it's getting bad in there. Chick-fil-A know that we said sex, so they're hacking their Wi-Fi to knock you off.
Yes. Closed on Sunday for a reason, boys. All right.
Mhm.
Go Bucks. Bucks and 6. Go Pack Go. Go Bart Winkler Show. Go Tim Shea. That's all I got.
Bye, Tony.
Bye.
As far as Ram in the north side, Ram wants you to ask him to come on your show. I heard him say it. I have asked Ram 40 times to come on the show.
Someone needs to send him the link.
Well, I'd like to say that this is the reunion of the three of us, but Q showed up to Nomad on Saturday, and Tim, you didn't. Q!
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
So the game was pretty boring. I'm like the biggest Bucks fan, and I was like tuning in and out.
Well, the game's not boring. I don't know. I watched it.
I don't know. Like what I struggle. So I kind of cheer for Orlando when they're not playing the Bucks, just because of the old Bucks.
Didn't you say the same shit to me about Netherlands the other day?
No, well, I do. I'm sure Netherlands is my team now for World Cup. But what was it? What's the guy's name? The old the guy from Detroit that went there.
John. Isn't
John
it John?
Hammond.
John Hammond.
Yeah, John Hammond is still the GM there. And they've just got a really fun roster. Did you see the stat during the game? It said that the Bucks are have the most games lost by injury this year at like 86. We're second to only the Magic, and they had like 170 games already lost for the year. It doesn't even make sense, but that's how many guys have been injured on their team. So it wouldn't be surprising if Orlando gets healthy and actually makes the playoffs, if they can be healthy.
They're 5-20.
I'm just saying, it's not going to take that much to get into the play-in in the East. So we'll see what happens.
Oh my God.
They could be tanking. But the real reason I called in, I think the Brewers are the Braves. Or, excuse me, are the Browns, because we had the Braves and then they moved to Atlanta and had a bunch of success, where like the Brewers came back as the Brewers and then just haven't done much. So I think we're the Browns, just like the Browns moved to Baltimore and then they won a Super Bowl. And then the Browns came back. So we are the Browns.
Well, I wish Atanasio was Art Modell.
Yeah. So that's my take on who the parallel is.
What if we beg Atanasio to spend money so bad, and then he moves the team somewhere to like Vegas, and then spends a shitload because he's in Vegas? Would that would be like the most Brewer thing of all time to happen?
I mean, I don't know what the half-life is on AmFam. Like how many years left? It's been around for over 20 years. It seems like stadiums only last like 30 or 40 years.
I don't have this. This would be a topic for a slow day. What is your % certainty that the Brewers will remain in Milwaukee for the rest of your life?
Well, so I think
100?
all the
Should it be
all this?
Why?
I don't know. Here's how fans can impact it. We need to stop calling it Miller Park, because Miller abandoned the naming rights. So American Family Insurance decided to back the city, which they've done a lot. So anytime we call it Miller Park, it's insulting to like one of the biggest sponsors in the city. So if we want a team like the Brewers to stick around, we should refer to it as AmFam Field, because they actually put up the money, and Miller just abandoned us, even though we all spend our pocket change on beers every weekend for them. So that's
for those of you that don't
take.
know, Q is the vice president of marketing at American Family Insurance.
No, I just like, look at you. You are so responsible and attentive to your sponsors, like for your show. And they're not paying
But
you.
if they weren't, I wouldn't have a show.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have a ballpark if we didn't keep having naming rights for it. And Miller didn't even pony up to get the beer distributing rights at Fiserv Forum. Like, we got abandoned by a beer that we all sponsor, like with our drinking habits.
Hold on.
What's your take on that, Tim?
Hold on. I got to pick up the phone here. Hello. Yes. My friend Q is being held hostage by his insurance agent. Yep. The American Family killer. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. He says, make sure you have good life insurance. Okay, bye.
I know for a fact that the Brewers
Phone bit never fails, I will say.
That the Brewers and Bucks were asking just for an astronomical price, and Miller didn't want to pay it. So,
well, if I'm Miller, I'm like, why would I continue to pay when I know all these dumb shits are going to call it Miller Park forever? Why do we need to? We already did our marketing. These fans are going to be like, wearing shirts that say, I still call it Miller Park. Yeah, AmFam's in a tough spot. That's why it's my Euchre theory, where I want to take over for Bob Euchre. I've said this 100 times. I don't want his job. I just want to be the buffer for the real replacement, so that they don't get, shit on all the time after. And then I get it. So Miller Park should have been like, I don't know, George Webb Field for a year, and then everyone hates George Webb. And then AmFam takes over.
Hey, George Webb Field probably would.
Although George Webb Field would be cool, because then we could call it the Glove. Webb, glove.
Yep.
I like it.
All right, Q. Anything else?
I don't think
I have
so.
one
Oh,
Packer take I'd like to wrap up with.
my one question is Rami coming on for the Kings on Wednesday?
No, I asked Rami to come on the post game for Kings, and he says he's doing a post game for his place. But that's also on StreamYard. So we are looking into a way to cross the streams, so to speak.
I don't know if we should call it that, but that's hilarious. But yeah, that would be really fun.
Here's what I like. I want to credit Brian Gutekunst today. Matt LaFleur was asked if they want Rodgers back next season. He says, yes, absolutely, of course. Brian Gutekunst was asked. He says, surely, yeah, we want all our guys back. There's a big difference in those answers, and I like Goody's answer. Make Rodgers sweat a little bit because he's going to do the same thing to you.
Yep.
When they in the same one, didn't Goody say like we made a large investment? He didn't even say like we want him back. He was just like my interpretation is like
Goody
our
does not
hands
want him back.
Our
There's
hands
no
are
way.
tied.
Goody regrets that decision every day of his life, just like I regret quitting piano in 6th grade, and how I'm starting to regret tanking the interview I had on Friday now that my kids' daycare rates have jacked up.
I always thought there's a piano right behind you. I thought you just practice in your spare time.
You know, I will do this on YouTube because some people think it's real. Here we go.
Bart, it's time to get your kids daycare sponsorship so you can get free daycare.
Ooh,
Oh, that'd be good.
that's a good idea. Although I feel like a daycare would not like the gummies or like all the swearing on this podcast, but it seems like there's a
Well,
lot
I think
of
what I'll do for the daycare is I'll offer to do a podcast on the daycare
Yeah.
that families can listen to, talking about like little Jack's big achievement. He can tie his shoes now, and I could have him on the pod to say poopy and boogers.
Are we still live?
Yeah, I need to go.
All right, I'm gonna take off, guys. Good catching up, and go Bucks.
I never know how to end these shows. It's like every sketch on SNL ever, or the 9th season of Scrubs. It's like this should have ended 20 minutes ago. What are you doing?
Well, just preview the next show.
Okay, on tomorrow's show, Toby and Paul for Toby, I specifically wanted because I want to talk about the tie with the Commanders.
Yeah, I wonder how he feels about that.
And how would you feel if you're Toby? You root for two of your heroes, Trey Turner and Bryce Harper. Although Harper
And
has
now-
left.
Now
No.
they're on the rival team. Well, he had left. He got traded, and then
Did he win the World Series?
this year? No.
No, Harper was on that team, wasn't he?
Oh, the Nationals?
Did he leave before they won a series?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was on that team. Was he?
I don't know. This
No.
happened like 3 weeks ago. How do I not know this?
Well, no.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah,
He was gone.
left. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's Jesus. Between that and what was the other thing I couldn't think of? Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm trying. Look, honestly, I love the World Cup, but soccer's taking up too much of my time in my brain.
Yeah.
honestly.
What's your schedule? What's your schedule for the next couple of days? Where are you?
All right, so we're not doing anything tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday are off days for the Cup, and then on Friday, Croatia plays. So I'm going to go down to Croatian Park
Okay.
because I have like a bunch of old dudes that celebrate and watch games down there.
Nice.
And then I'll watch England game at Three Lions.
Maybe I'll come with you.
Yeah, you want to be my sidekick in real life like you are on this show?
Yeah.
Oh, in case you thought you were the co-host. No, you're the sidekick.
No, I'm not a co-host at all. God, no.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm just your sidekick who
When I tweeted about you and Toby, I said Toby would be a great host anywhere, and I said Tim is a perfect producer. That was a compliment, not the insult that it seemed like.
Oh, I know. I got you. Don't worry.
All right. And then I'm already planning to go live for the Badgers Oklahoma State. I think we should do something for that.
Could be at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Nice.
We
All
should do
right.
something for the game.
Okay. What do you want to do? Should we go to Madison?
No, but I could be out somewhere.
Maybe we can go to one of your favorite bars in your neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll just go to Croatian Park and watch the game out at night.
Okay.
All right. I guess we're done.
All right, Bart. It's been fun.
Appreciate everyone being here.
Appreciate you.
All right. I got to end this otherwise. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Ta!